not,
Right.
no, we don't tie into, what you would do is say, if the scheduler's going to run in, like, for example, we have June. Some people would cut off June on the 26th. Others would cut it off on July 3rd.
Right.
Okay, so you would say, hey, we're gonna cut off on July 3rd. So in your parameters here, when you set it up, you'd say, if it's after the 4, if it's the 3rd or before, here's the date range I want it to run.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you would manually set each one up, but there's nothing in iPUB that coordinates with this that says we now have rolled the month. Now you can then adjust the scheduler.
Okay, thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, you understand what I mean by the custom dates then?
Absolutely.
Okay. So it's a little, well, that is kind of the half-hour overview of what it does. There's one other thing I want to show you. We have what's called customer profiling. I'm going to pull up an account, and we go into what's called our sales profile. And what this has quickly done now, we can see it's approximately a rolling 13-month window of their sales. Now, you wouldn't associate these bars with these numbers. It is just simply showing relativity. All right, you would go to actually into, run a detailed pub vision report, or because you can do what's called trend analysis, where you can say, I want 13 periods of time starting at this date, and then it would show 13 columns with it. And so we can then pull up what we call, like, say, remember I've been talking about the series. And so this Chipping Away has bought books in these series, but it has not bought books in this series, these series over here on the right. So you can see this person is really focused into buying science fiction type books. So if we click on Elvira, we can now see all the products that they've bought within the Elvira series, and then we can see all the products that they haven't bought within the Elvira series. And so this little graph is showing us they've bought 11 products, but they still have 10 others that they could potentially buy. And then we can then click on Elvira Human Duplicators, and now we see a listing of all the invoices and the number of units on the invoices. And then if we click on one of these invoices, then we then see everything, all the products that were on that invoice. So it's just a way of seeing, I'm going to call this person because their sales are down, and now I want to go in and look and see what kind of products they're buying so I can make some suggestions to them.
That's great.
It is great.
Really.
All right. Any other questions or comments? Or
once we go live, what's the training schedule on this look like? On how many hours? What's it look like?
Typically, it's three 1-hour sessions. Usually doesn't end up being an hour. That's like a half hour. So I would say, Paul, for you, you could start using it within 30 minutes of training. It's pretty easy once you kind of grasp what it's doing. And then we have two others where we get into, the next one is how we talk about some of the second one is the advanced features, like how to automate the date, how to set up the scheduling, that kind of thing. And then another one is with your IT manager or whoever is the person in charge, so they can, because there's things that they need to monitor, things that they need to check. They get notifications for, when the scheduler runs, the appointed person gets a list of all the reports that were run and if there were any problems, that kind of thing.
That would be me.
Yeah, so Nancy, you would have to suffer through all three. training sessions, but you'd be the one that would be the administrator of it, and there's really not much to administrate other than just watching for if there's problems.
That would make sense, right? Good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
All right. If there's no other questions, then that I guess do you guys have my email? I'll email you, and so you can call me. I'll give you my contact information, so you can call me at any time if you have any questions or concerns.
There's a help button up there. Is there a tutorial or anything beyond?
That's why we're recording this.
Oh.
So we can kind of create some videos for them.
All right.
And that's kind of why I'm here, and I'm one of the trainers at iPUB, so.
To tell you the truth, once this gets installed and once you go through the training, we don't really hear very much back on it, do we?
Yeah.
People say, we might get questions that say, hey, I'm trying to do this kind of thing. How do we do it? But usually it's pretty self-explanatory. So
this comes in with the with the purchase of the iPUB system, right?
That is correct. Yeah. This is with it. If you buy today, we'll include this fantastic offer. Operators are standing by now. So.
I wouldn't get one free.
Yeah.
All right, Randy, Jonathan,
right.
thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.